Hey friend, there are a lot of skin tone correction videos on YouTube, but I'm going to try to make mine really fast and explain to you as short as possible what the problems are and how to easily solve them with the broadest brush stroke that won't damage your footage. So diving right into the footage here, here's what ugly skin tones usually look like. They're too pink. Almost always that's the problem when you're dealing with skin tones that don't look good, is they look unnaturally reddish. And so my simple solution is literally a copy and paste trick here. So this node right there is something that I actually tend to save in DaVinci Resolve. I save it as a power grade and I append it to my node graph oftentimes. There's lots of different workflows for this. Here's all that it is. So I'm going to change my color grade version, and there you can see the difference in what problematic skin tone looks like and solved skin tone. So all you're going to do is open up your hue versus hue. You're going to drop your reds down just a bit, because this tends to be somewhere in here, tends to be where that pinkish magenta in skin tone emerges and it causes problems. So right about there, you're going to shift your hue, and this is going to push those skin tones just a bit more yellow, which is better for fixing magenta. And then you're going to increase that saturation just a bit on that red, and then you're going to drop your magenta there, and that's going to help to mellow out that pink flare that happens in skin sometimes. And then you're going to take your hue and your luminance, and you are going to simply just raise your reds and your magenta pinks. And that is going to give you a nice pop in your skin tones. When I turn it on and off, it's incredibly subtle. You can barely tell the difference. But that's the point of color grading oftentimes, is subtlety. You want to make sure that it's not distracting. If you want more pop than this, if you want to change the skin tones drastically, if you want to change them in a way that doesn't affect sweaters, you're going to have to get into keying and everything. Usually the broadest brush stroke you can use is the safest one when it comes to color grading. So if you look here at this piece of footage, it doesn't look like there's much of a difference, but then when you actually see my subject's face, his skin comes back to life a bit more when you apply this simple little trick. His ear that had some reddish tint inside of it shifts and is a bit more of a natural color. And it really doesn't affect his red shirt. But I wanted to include this example just to show that you can make sure that you're still pleasant inside of your skin tones. This has a lot of yellow in the background. It doesn't affect that. You're pleasant in your skin tones without affecting your scene too much. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, leave me a comment. Drop a question below if you have one. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Peace.